wait.
Hold on, that's it. Where are the dogs?
You got that. I know.
It's like so long.
Great to have you here, Ethan. So you're a dog lover. You're missing the fact we haven't got the dogs out here.
Yeah, I wanted to see those puppies, man. Pretty cute.
OK, so, first of all, congratulations on Boyhood. I don't know how many of you saw it, but what an incredible achievement. A remarkable film. When you signed on for it, you knew it was going to take that length of time. That was always the plan.
Yeah, 12 years. You know, the whole American school system operates on a 12-year grid. It's the only part of your life that, you know, it's a little bit like a prison sentence.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was the idea.
If we talk just about the surface, though, the changes that you all go through in that period, of course, you less so than the children, inevitably. But was it strange seeing yourself 12 years ago playing the same role and then...
When the movie started, the first time we were watching it, I sat there and I thought, God, I still look great. And then it kept going, I went, all right. Yeah, you know. I thought, I'm going to get a lot of work off this movie.
You look so much younger.
Yeah.
Well, you started pretty young. How old were you when you first appeared in your first movie?
14.
And that was The Explorers, right? Wow, so you kind of, I guess, had some sympathy, some empathy with what the young man...
You know what my line was there? We come in peace, I would say, you know, but we have our own spaceship. It's pretty fun. No, but what were you asking?
Well, it must have been, when you worked with Ella on Boyhood, there must have been some sort of empathy with him knowing what he was going through, finding himself in that situation.
Very much so. Well, not to be sad or anything, but my co-star in The Explorers, you know, died of a heroin overdose.
This is River Phoenix.
At 23, yeah. So the idea that this is not actually dangerous, it is dangerous. I mean, you know, there's something very exciting and something very dangerous about celebrity and the way the culture chooses to celebrate people and how isolating that can be and how confusing that can be and how beautiful it can be. You started young, you know how hard it is. It's a hard, and by hard, it's not like hard the way being out in the jungle is hard, but it's hard in a different psychological way.
Was it difficult for you when you were young, when you became well-known?
It was easier for me because I've been incredibly fortunate with friendship. You know, I have family, brothers and sisters who never asked anything of me but to be fair and equal and treat me as a human being. And, you know, they called me out. And starting very young, I had good friends who were very serious people.
Before fame, you had the friends who you could...
You know, and there's not much for me before fame. You know, to be totally honest with you. So that's no. But around the time of Dead Poets Society, when that movie came out, I met a lot of other young people that were good friends of mine and who we got to go through the experience together. So it wasn't as isolating as it might have been for, you know, I always think about like Julia Roberts or something when Pretty Woman came out. How difficult that must be to be 1 minute you're like a waitress at a bar and the next minute people are deifying you. It must be extremely confusing.
You were 18 when you made Dead Poets Society, weren't you? And, of course, that has the fabulous Robin Williams in, who also...
Did you ever have him on the show?
Several times. I was lucky enough to interview him a lot of times. Incredible man. But I never really saw the side of him that perhaps people who were close to him saw. I saw him as the entertainer who came out to... And he would knock the crowd dead every time he appeared. You know,
well, every high has a low, you know? I mean, that's... You can't... He wasn't an ordinary entertainer. You know, I mean, he was a comic genius. But for those of you, everybody knows people who seem blessed or seem different. And that always comes at a price.
I want to remind you of Robin's performance in Dead Poets Society, but more, I want to remind you of Ethan's performance, which was just a great piece of work. This is Dead Poets Society. A great moment and a great film. Wow. OK, so that's Ethan when he's 18 now. His new movie, he's, of course, a couple of years older now.
Just a few.
Just a few. But the film is out Friday, and it's a very gripping film, I thought. It's called Good Kill. Tell me what attracted you to the character, to the story.
Well, you know, you mentioned Boyhood, but actors, we're only as good as our opportunity, you know? And I was really we're always looking for stories that feel new and that are relevant to our time. And this is a portrait of a soldier who's in a totally new circumstance. He's fighting the Taliban from 9 to 5, you know? He's living at home, and he goes to Winnebago, and he goes online, and he's making mortal decisions and killing people in defense of his country.
So he's a pilot of the drones that they did and continue to employ, I believe, in the conflict.
It's they're doing it as we speak right now. And then, unlike most soldiers who goes back to the barracks or whatever, he goes home and picks his son up from school. And it is requiring a level of compartmentalization that is near, you know, schizophrenia in a way. You know, I mean, it's an interesting portrait of a person.
Well, I'm going to show you a clip now, and you'll see it's a very gripping thrill as well. It's quite intense as well. And we end it before it gets too kind of difficult to watch, but I think you'll enjoy seeing the themes that are explored in the film from this moment. This is Good Kill. There you go. Just a small taste.
I really feel a little bad. I come out here and change. You guys had puppies out here before.
Yeah.
I come out, I talk about, you know. I know.
I don't want to put the puppies near you after that. Look, great to have you here. Congratulations again on Boyhood and on Good Kill, which I think is a very important and gripping, dramatic piece of work. It's out this Friday, so go and see it if you like a grown-up movie about a sophisticated theme. Lovely having the show. Mr. Ethan Hawke, ladies and gentlemen. Ethan, that was great. Thank you. Thank you so much.